Hey everybody, I'm Ethan James with thehonestcarpenter.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to build a lattice screen to hide your trash cans from street view. Here's a closer look at the unit. You can see it's about 48 inches tall, which is plenty of height to hide a trash can. It has 40 interior inches of width and it is about 6 feet long. So it's big enough to get the trash cans in there without bumping the house, which I think is the most important thing. But you can make yours slightly narrower than this if you wanted to and probably still have space. For the materials, I'm using 3/4 inch lattice, treated lattice, which is stronger than 1/2 inch. Got a few 4x4 posts, 8-footers, and then I'm using this 1x4 treated pine. This stuff has a pretty good appearance grade, so we can trim with it. Got a few bags of concrete and a few tubes of liquid nails as well. First thing I do is go ahead and lay out my post holes. You're going to want to dig these holes about 24 inches deep. You're going to want them to be 2 to 3 times as wide as a 4x4 post. So I go ahead and kind of cut my circle into the ground around my center marks and then dig them out. This hole near the house is probably going to hit your footer down here. That's okay if it's really deep like this one is. If it's shallower than this, then check out my video on how to make your ground post really strong. I think it'll help. It's a trick that I use and it'll make this post near the house a lot firmer. I'm going to start with the post that is at the highest point of ground level, which should be closest to the house. I stand the post in the hole and I go ahead and tack it off with a little brace at ground level, pushing it down pretty firmly. Then I pull up from that brace just over 4 feet. So I'm going to stay just under 49 inches here. This is going to be the high point of our entire lattice screen. Go ahead and pull that post out, cut it to that length. And when I set it, I want it to be 1 inch off the wall. I don't want it to touch the house. You just want to create this little barrier here. I shoot the brace back into place and keep the post standing there, and I get it leveled up in both directions using a 2-foot level to do this. Then I'm going to go ahead and pour concrete around this post. I just dump in some water, put in about 1/2 bag of my Saccrete mix, and then I like to mix it in the hole. I usually use a wrecking bar, demolition bar to do this. And I do it in 2 phases. I turn the first portion into kind of a slurry, and then I remix the second batch on top. And keep checking for level as you're doing this, because you can move your post around unintentionally. This is looking good. To figure out how to set the height of the second post, I drop it in its hole, and then I set a 4-foot level on top of the one that I've already squared up. And I move the level up and down until the bubble is reading level, and I mark the underside of that reading on our new post. I cut at that line, bring this post back, and really repeat all these steps. I tack it into place with the brace, and then I make sure it's really lined up and square by eye. I just stand in front of it and sight by the post that we've already set. And I also make sure that it's the appropriate distance from the other post, which in this case was about 42 inches. Go ahead and pour concrete around that one just like you did the first one. So those two are standing. And I repeat that process for the back post as well. But in this case, it's too long for my 4-foot level. So I use a straight edge. One of the 1x4 trim pieces, I just set my little 2-foot level on it. And that way I can move it up and down and find my marking point on this new post while it's just freestanding in the hole. Cut that one, do the same thing, brace it, pour concrete, and check it again with your trim piece. And you can see we're reading between the lines there. So we're ready to cut lattice. I hook on to the front post and pull to the back edge of the back post. We're just under 74 inches here. I'm not even going to make my lattice piece fit that really tightly. I want it to be a bit short because this is going to get trimmed. So hook onto the farthest point of your lattice, draw your tape out, and place your mark wherever you can. Obviously not in one of the holes. Put it somewhere on one of the cross pieces. So I'm going to do about 73, just shy of 3/4. Mark the other end, and then use again another long straight trim piece to scribe a line between these 2 points, mostly on the highest pieces of lattice, though you can mark the lower ones too if you like. Cutting lattice isn't fun. You usually have to pull your blade guard up and just kind of get through the piece, keep your cord out of the way, keep your limbs out of the way, and just try to get it across it as cleanly as you can. I pull my braces off so they won't prevent me from putting this thing on. And then I go ahead and cut open a tube of liquid nails. This is the heavy duty. This is formulated for treated lumber. And I'm just going to put it on like the outer 3 inches on the back side of my lattice piece. I run it in these little strips because this is the part of the lattice that is going to contact our 4x4 post. Do that on both sides, bring it, set it into place. I'm using 4x4s as props, and I clamp it to the top too. There, you can see I'm just behind the outer edge of the 4x4 post, and I did that at the front as well. I don't want it hanging over. Now I'm using 2-inch galvanized brad nails to just tack this thing on. It works best if you shoot through the thickest parts of your lattice, but these are really just temporary fasteners to hold all this in place until this glue sets up. I still use plenty of them though. Did the front piece the same way, cutting the same way. Notice they don't quite meet at the corner. That's fine. Again, trim's going to hide all this. So we'll set our first trim piece. I put on a stop block. I clamp it to the front post. It's going to help me pull my measurement. I hook onto the top of the back 4x4 post, draw out my tape, and now I can sight really cleanly to the inner edge of that stop block. Transfer that measurement to our 1x4 trim and cut that. And now we're going to repeat a similar gluing process here. Just running glue again on like the upper 3 inches of this lattice. Hold your trim piece in place and shoot through once again with 2-inch galvanized brad nails. But you can use shorter ones to shoot across the lattice because you don't really want them punching through the back. So I'm using like 1 1/4. And then I flip around to the other side and do the same thing. And it helps if you drive them in at a toenail angle here. Just going to make it a little bit stronger. Repeat that same process for the front, but this time we have something to pull to. I draw my tape and make my reading at the outer face of our first trim piece so that they overlap like that in the corner. Then I can attach this one in the same way and repeat all these steps for the bottom. Put the stop block back on, pull from the back 4x4 post, glue and shoot that one into place. And once again, we have something to pull to on the front from the lower end of the house side 4x4 post. Glue and shoot that one on, and we can do our verticals now. So I butt the tape down to the top of the lower trim and pull to the underside of the upper trim. I get about 41 1/8 here. Cut that on my miter saw. And for these vertical ones, I also like to glue my end grain a bit too. So I just wipe off a little bit of the glue wherever I put it, and I rub it on the underside of the upper trim and the top of the lower trim. Just kind of make a couple little blobs there. Push my piece into place. It's pretty much friction fit. Shoot in with 2-inch brads. Now you're going to get a tighter bond at the top and the bottom as well as along the interface. And just cut my other verticals the same way. I pin these outer corner ones together and I also shoot them into the post. And the last thing I like to do for trimming is I like to hide this upper edge. I rip 2 pieces at 1.5 inches each out of 1 trim piece. And when I pull this measurement, I'm going to pull like an 1/8 inch past the outer edge because I want to create this little overhang. So the first one gets an outside miter on the wide face. I glue it down really well, and I make sure to run my glue onto the top of the lattice ends as well, because if anything wants to warp badly, it's probably this little top piece. I shoot it into place, and here you can see the little overhang that I created. It's mostly just an aesthetic thing. I then go to the back side and cut this piece with a miter along the narrow face, like this. I glue and shoot it into place with our little overhang on it. And the reason I do this back one before the middle one is because now we have 2 long points to pull our measurement from. I pull from the long point on the front trim, and I can measure to this really precise tip on the long point of the back trim, because this third piece is going to have 2 different angles on it. You have the wide face miter at the front like this, and the narrow face miter at the back. But this fit really well on the first go round, so I glue and shoot it down. And I also pin my corners carefully with fairly short brads, pin from the top and the bottom, and then move up and do the same thing for this miter, because this thing is probably going to want to open. And I did put glue in the joints where the trim pieces meet. After that, we're all wrapped up. Because this is treated, you're going to want to give it about 2 weeks to dry out before you paint it, and I do recommend painting or staining because it's going to make it last longer. But thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit like and subscribe below. And be sure to check us out at thehonestcarpenter.com for more tips, articles, projects, and tool links. Thanks for watching, everybody.